Let It Loose Update 18 brings us the first part of the armor, aka the tank rework. But you are the ones that have to judge these because I don't really tank in Let It Loose, you know. So in this case I'm actually gonna ask this at the start. Please post your feedback in the comments, what you as the community think. Because when the developers ask me, hey Altberg, what does the community think? I can say at least, you know, hey, they love it or they hate it or none of the people behind me do any tanking, so ask me other stuff, you know. Because, you know, I asked for this also in the command ability video back in the day, you might remember that one, and now we are getting one of the abilities that I asked for. Please leave your messages in the comments, people. Please, thank you. So, onwards. You are mostly here to know what changed with tanks. And the good news is, I have all armor value changes here as a list for you. So, go pause the video for each of these, because after that we will talk about the non-value changes like off-terrain speed, turret recoil, and some very wild other stuff like firing knockback force, the cosmetics that are gonna get added, the new repair mechanic changes. There's a lot to unpack on this one. Let's start off big. So one big change is that tanks now differentiate between terrain they drive on. It's not a massive change in speed, but you will notice that roads let you drive much faster than mud or snow or other terrain below you. And some other parts seem affected by this as well, like your turning speed or how bumpy the road is. And speaking of bumpy, they changed the tank physics and how they handle themselves in relations to the ground. So tanks can now cross trenches and other spots easier and won't get stuck awfully in most spots. Now I know Black Matter tried this back in the day but reverted their changes since tanks would just go crazy and would just get bounced across the map. What will also get bounced around is your vision as a gunner. Because if you play in competitive or you're a veteran tank crew, you know that once you have that sweet spot angled in your tank, you can fire again and again and hit the same spot. That is a thing of the past, because now the main turret on a tank has a slight recoil effect. So when a shell is fired, there's a tiny knockback effect, and your vision will shake from this. The heavier the weaponry, the more intense the shake will be. And now I say it's depending on how heavy your tank is. Well, coming with update 18 is also the heavy tank spawn limitation, which means two things mostly. First, each team can only put 2 heavy tanks in the field at the same time, so the map can have a maximum of 4 tanks from both sides together. Second, the cooldown timer to get a tank has been increased from 5 to 10 minutes. So, no early heavies at the match start, and if you lose one, you might face serious issues here. Again, don't forget to post a comment because I know you have lots of opinion about this one. Oh boy. Now tanks will also look different, for the game will now also include DLCs for tanks. Yes, I'm serious. Tanks can now be customized, visually at least. Players who purchase a cosmetic item for a vehicle can use the exterior customization tool to apply it in-game. And while you're previewing your cosmetic tank variant, other people can see the preview as well. So you can choose your tank's appearance with the rest of the squad. Once you choose an appearance, that appearance stays till it gets destroyed. Now there's one massive worry I have with this. Apparently while choosing a cosmetic, the tank is locked and nobody can interact with it till the person that chooses the cosmetic stops doing so. So if I wanted to troll people, you know, I would just interact with a limited heavy and choose a cosmetic, but not finish my choosing. Because in the meantime, nobody can use it till I leave or somebody decays me. Or let's imagine somebody asks a friend to join the enemy team. Your friend just goes there and does the same, looking at a heavy that got spawned and then interacting with it and not stopping the customization progress. So the other team needs to decay that person. I'm not sure about this mechanic, maybe I'm too paranoid. This seems like it's very easy to abuse. Yeah. So remember how a lot of people hated the Tinkerer idea? Well, we get something instead of the Tinkerer and it's wild, to say the least. So first, the mechanic loadout now gets a supply crate. But for what, you might be asking? Well, for the other crewman loadout, the technician, because this new crewman loadout lets you build things. Technicians can build barricades, repair stations, and a new thing, the ammo depot. Ammo depots will refill tank shells on a tank, not an endless amount, there is a limit. Ammo depots are physical, that means you can climb on them and you can deploy an MG on them. If you get the angle right, you can walk across them if you want to and reach other spots like roofs. Can't build, on the other hand, anything on an ammo depot. I tried. So no AT gun up there or barricade or anything up there, that's not doable. And it's a bit of a weird one because tankers can be quite autark now and just build their repair stations or ammo depots wherever they want. It is all, since it's a move that's against teamwork really, and just disconnecting tank crews even more from the overall game since they now need to interact with infantry even less. So for me, this is a bit of an odd direction they're going with. And that's it for the moment for this topic at least. There are some other topics that you might want to check out. Go click on one of those videos to carry on, so you learn about Update 18, what it all changes. Also, don't forget, in the comments, let me know what you think so I can respond to devs. Thank you. Bye-bye.